Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of calculating unit rates. This is standard 7.4b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 36 of the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So it looks like we have a pretty simple problem here. A shopper pays $3.95 for 5 pounds of potatoes. What is the price per pound for potatoes? Well, if we are a little bit confused as to what to do, there's not going to be really anything that we could use on our reference material. Possibly we could see, this might be a constant of proportionality problem. There's nothing in the problem itself that really gives you that hint. Really what we need to do is we can look at a few different things. Take a look at your four answer choices. Your four answer choices are all kind of fairly close to each other, right? It ranges from 40 cents all the way up to, $1.27. We only have two numbers in this problem, the 3.95 and the 5. So if we're thinking about how we're going to get from 3.95 down to 40 cents or to $1.27, right? There's really not that many options. We're going to subtract, we're going to divide, and really subtracting 5 is not going to do much for us. So the problem sets itself to make us really think, you know what, we are going to need to divide this, right? We're going to need to say, we've got this 395, right? Let's make a strip diagram here to kind of represent it. So we've got our 395, and we're going to split this up into 5 sections. They're each going to be, equal sections, and we're looking for the price per pound. So each of these little boxes represents a pound. So that's our visual representation saying, you know what, we need to go ahead and take our 395 and we're going to divide that by 5. Another way to think about that is take a look at this right here, right? Price per pound. So this per lets us know that we have a ratio, okay? So price $sign over pound. I'll use LB as kind of my abbreviated version of that. And so what is our price? Well, we've got 395 over, that 5 pounds if we want to make it look like that. So that's another way to think of it there, is to just look at that price per pound, right? And that's how we know it is going to be a ratio. So let's go ahead and divide that up, right? And let's take our 5. We're going to put that into 395. You can have a decimal in your dividend. You just don't want one in your divisor. So we're just going to put that decimal right up above there between the 3 and the 9. And we just do our standard long division, right? Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers is how I always remember the steps. So we divide, right? We multiply, we subtract, we check, and then we bring down if we can. So we divide, 5 doesn't go into 3. 5 goes into 39 almost 8 times, right? It's going to need to be that 7, which makes me think, right, it's going to be that. So 7 times 5 is going to be 35. We subtract, that's 4. Now the check here is you have to make sure that your remainder, 4, is less than the divisor, 5. If it's equal to the divisor or greater than the divisor, you didn't divide it up enough and it's going to be all messed up. It is smaller, so let's bring this down, do it all over again. 5 goes into 45, and even 9 times, we're saying 79, which looks good. We're going to multiply. 9 times 5 is 45. We're going to subtract. There's nothing left over. There is a remainder of 0, so that's definitely smaller than 5. There's nothing to bring down, which means that is our answer, 79 cents, which if you want to round that to 80, right, as an estimate, that makes sense, right, because it's going to be almost that $4, which is close to that 3.95. So our estimate double checks for us. Our answer is B.